Hey, what's up, folks? How is it going? So today's interview question is Docker volumes versus bind mounts. So what are the key differences and when to use what? Okay. So we'll see some example. We'll see how it's working so that it's clear to you. And after that, we'll have one a quiz at the end. So stay till the end and let's go through this first volumes and Docker volume and mount. What is the key difference? So Docker volume storage location, it's managed by Docker. So we create a volume and then we mount it. But in bind mounts, it's a host file system. So host file system we create and we directly mount to some container path. Performance, Docker volume has better performance on Docker managed storage. Its performance depends on the host file system. Persistence, data persists, like even if no container is using them, data will persist. Here also data will persist as long as the host directory exists. But if the host directory may be visible, it may be there on the desktop, or people may go and delete it. But this path is not that straightforward. It's there in the system related path, or it's not clearly visible. Okay. Portability, it's more portable, and bind bounds is less portable, tied to host file system structure. You may have desktop, username, etc. Right. Management, it's managed by Docker CLI. This is managed directly by bind bounds, managed directly by user and the host. So these are the key difference: storage, performance, persistence, portability, and management. So let's look at the example, then it will be much more clear to you. So we have here one simple Python script which is writing a log entry at certain time every 5 seconds at this path slash app slash logs log.txt. Okay. So we'll take this one. So I have already created the image. So this is the Python Docker file I have. Docker file. This is a Docker file. So I have taken this base image and then I'm creating this Docker image. So I'll be creating Docker image using this command. So using this command docker build minus t docker, and I'm giving the name of the image and I'm creating the image. So I have already created the image Docker. So I already have that image created, and now I will create Docker volume. Docker volume create log underscore volume. Docker volume create log underscore volume. So this is the volume name. So using Docker volume create, I'm creating the volume. Okay, now volume got created. A log volume got created, log underscore volume got created, and now we are going to run the container and we'll mount it to slash app slash logs because we have seen that it's writing into slash app slash log dot txt in this part. So let's run this container. So this container is running in the background daemon, and this path volume is mounted to slash app slash logs, and name of this container is log app volume, and this is the image. Log hyphen app is the image name. Now we can check whether it's writing or not. So I'm running the container directly docker exec log app volume cat. Yes. So you can see that it's writing. It's writing into the log.txt. Then I can inspect the volume also. Docker volume inspect and the volume name. Docker volume inspect and volume name. So I can see this is the path. So this path is internal. It's not obvious to user. Generally, like if the user directory user will be creating under desktop or some other place home directory, user by mistake can delete it. But this path is Docker, it's under a Docker path and it's not dependent on username or something like that, right? It's managed by Docker. But here I won't be able to go to this path directly because I'm running on Mac. If it is on Linux, you'll be able to go to this directory. Here, what I have to do, I have to run some container and then I need to map this volume to that container and then I can go to that path and see the content because I'm running on Mac because Mac, it again runs internally Linux VM. But if you are running this Docker on Linux machine, then you can go directly to this path and see the content. Now we'll see the bind mount demo. So let's create a directory on the host, host path. Uh, I'm creating a folder in this /temp /host logs, and then I will be running this container. I'm creating a container where it's running in the background, and temp host logs. I'm mounting to app logs. This is the container internal path where log.txt is getting created. So this path will be available under this host path now. So if I run this, it's running in the background. Now I can run through run this through container also, but I can directly go to this path and see this one. So I can go to the host path. This is on the host. I can see the log. I can directly even go to this and open the file. You can see that this file got created. So this is on the host machine, on my Mac machine. You can also run the container by Docker exec. This also I can see. Docker exec container name. And so I'm running this command for this container, Docker app mount container. So this is the way also I can run it. Now question is how do you view Docker volume logs when the container is stopped or removed? If it is if it is a bind mount, we know that it's a host path. We can even container stop. We can directly go to that path. So if it is a volume, then for volume, if you know the name, we can go direct. We can inspect it directly. Otherwise, list the volume. What are the volumes are there? Docker volume ls. Then we can see this is the actual volume we created. Docker underscore log underscore volume, and then we can inspect it. We can do Docker volume inspect. Okay, Docker volume inspect and log volume. Then we can see the path mount point. And on Linux machine, you'll be able to go directly. But on Mac machine, we are running on the Linux VM. So we have to temporarily create a temporary container and then you can go to that mount point and see that content, see the content, view the content. Okay. So that's what you have to do. Now let's, okay. So we covered okay, when to use Docker volume. When you need persistent Docker managed storage, you can use Docker volume. You want to share data between multiple containers, then you can use Docker volume. A backup or migrating data easily use Docker volume. Avoid dependency on the host file system structure. So in that case also, we can use Docker volume. And bind mounts, generally like for testing or when you're writing code or you need direct access to host file systems or directories, you can use bind mounts. Example for Docker volume like database storage. Okay. Share configuration files access across containers. Backup and restore workflows, you can use Docker volumes. And bind mounts you can use for development environment with live code reloading and access host logs or configuration files, testing with host specific data. So for these scenarios, you can use bind mounts. To summarize, volume Docker volume is best for production, persistent, and portable storage. Bind mount is ideal for development, testing, and host specific use cases. So now let's go to today's quiz. And this quiz I also post on a post on my LinkedIn page, Devops Challenge Hub. What is the key difference between Docker volumes and bind mount? Docker volumes are stored inside the container while bind mounts are stored on the host machine. Option B, Docker volumes are managed by Docker, whereas bind mounts directly reference host machine path. Yeah. So this is the correct answer we know. Bind mounts are more secure than Docker volumes. No, Docker volumes are more secure. Docker volumes can persist data. No, that is also not true. So correct answer is this one. So hope you like this video. Please like it and share it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also follow my LinkedIn page where I post quiz daily. And I also post all this on my WhatsApp channel, Devops Challenge Hub. And thanks for watching this video.